Let's go, guys. It's Raul TV, Team R for you all, your favorite YouTube mechanic, back again. And what I've got this time around is a UK and a world first. Okay, we are replacing the Valvematic control assembly, but I'm not going to call it that. The Valvematic unit that goes on the side of the engine, we're going to go ahead and replace that. You know what? I'm good to you guys, because we're going to do two jobs, kill two birds with one stone. All you bird lovers out there, we're not really going to kill birds out there, okay? Right? So we're going to do the rocker cover as well, because we have to take the rocker cover off. Rocker gasket, it's exactly the same procedure as doing the rocker gasket. So we're going to kill two birds, one stone. Let's get on it. So Valvematic replacement, 2009, 10, 11, even the earlier ones. Toyota Auris 1.6 petrol. Let's go. Okay guys, the first thing what we're going to do is, sorry about the noise in the background, it's the heater. Like I mentioned in my other videos, it's cold, so I need the heater on, so I'm going to talk as loud as possible so you guys can hear me. First thing, we'll take the cover off, just pull it off, straight off. You don't need to be a mechanic to do that, but I'm struggling. There we go. I'm not left-handed, by the way, that's why. Right, so that's off. The next thing what we'll do is, because it's electronic and everything, and we're going to be taking electronic plugs off, things like that, we'll go ahead and disconnect the battery, or even better, take the battery off, which lives underneath there. So little clip there, we'll just take that off, take that cover off. Either take the battery leads off, or we'll just take the battery completely out of the way, then it gives us more room. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Battery lead is off. Well, I took the neutral one off, the negative one off. The thing is, I'm not taking the battery off, because that's what we're replacing here, and the battery's here. So I think if I just take the air filter off, I can get to it, no problem whatsoever. The one little top tip is, if you don't know the code for your stereo, get a little, like a power unit, just to keep the code for the stereo, the memory for the stereo, if it is coding. I know for a fact this one isn't, because it's got aftermarket stereo in it. But if it's got a standard original stereo, and most likely, so on some cars, I don't know on the Auris, do they, reset the memory? So if it does, you'll need a security code. Make sure you have that before you take the battery off. Right, what we're going to do now is we'll take this airflow meter sensor wire off. We'll take it off there as well. Take this off here, this pipe here, or take it off from there. It doesn't really matter, whichever. Okay, we'll take this 10mm Jubilee clip off. This one off here. Air filter box off there, another clip down there, put your hands through there, you'll feel it, another one there, so that comes off. So as soon as we take that off, okay, or that off, entirely up to you how you want to do it, but if you take it off from here, the whole thing moves out of the way. Happy days, let's go. Okay guys, sit rep, what it is, I've took it off from there. This Jubilee clip is destroyed, kind of thing. Obviously we're going to replace it with a new one, don't worry about that. Take that off from there, and basically it's exactly the same as taking the air filter off. Okay, so this part is exactly the same as taking the air filter off. Check it out on my other videos, how to replace the air filter. I've done a service kind of thing on Toyota Auris, so give me a like and thumbs up on that one as well. Wire goes around the back here, so take it off around the back there. Take this off. Got 3 bolts here, 10mm bolts, 1, 2, 3. Take that off. I mean, you don't have to, because it's right there. The unit is there, the Valvematic unit is there, but you know what? Since it's there and it's only 3 bolts, we might as well just take it off. More room, more space, more access. Very good, let's go. There we have it, guys. As you can see now, I can just dive straight in here, all the room in the world. One thing I like about these Auris is, I mean, most cars do have them, but especially on the Auris, people ask me, where do you put your nuts and bolts? They're all over the place and everything. On the Auris, they've thought of it. Okay, the mechanics, the engineers have thought of it. Check it out. I've got a little section here for my bolts here, little clips here, just all compartments as well. Genius. These Japanese, they know what they're doing. Anyway, let's get on to the job. What we're going to do now is we will take all these wiring plugs and everything, move these out of the way. So as you can see here, just make room for ourselves. Take this one off from here. This one here, wiring plug, I'm going to get my right hand onto because I can't do it with my left hand. Right, this one here, we'll take that plug off. Okay, but first things first, let's move this out of the way. This wiring loom out of the way. The one that goes onto the throttle body, take that plug off as well. This one should just press and just pull. There we go, press and pull, that one comes off. I think there's some cable ties on there and everything. We're just going to cut them off, and then obviously we'll renew them with some new ones. So let's go, let's do it. Okay guys, my bad, it's not just this clip here. There's a little, if you look right underneath there, just there, I'll point it out in the edit. There's a little 10mm nut. We're going to take that off. Then this wiring loom will move out of the way, because I mean, with a spanner I can maybe gain access to that bolt and that nut there, but you know what, when I'm refitting the Valvematic unit or taking it off, you know, it's going to get in the way, this wiring loom. So we're just going to move this out of the way. 10mm nut right down there. This one here, just there. Right, as you can see there, that is absolutely freestyling. Right, that should give us enough room to take the unit out, but it's fastened up here. So why struggle? We'll go right in here, right there. There's another little nut there, which I've already slackened. Take that one off. Then it'll give us extra room. That will move up even more, or even if it gives us a centimeter. I mean, every inch counts. Gain more access and hopefully get to these bolts here, nuts here. We'll take it off. Let's go. Okay, we've taken that nut off down there. Remember that one there, and this one off here. Still no movement here, so I know what it is. It's there. We've got another bolt right on the top there. I mean, we'll have to take that off anyway because we're going to take the rocker cover off anyway. So we might as well take that off now. Okay, and that way we can gain more access. Okay guys, sit rep. Right, I've took that bolt off. That's absolutely moving freestyle. What we're going to do now is we're going to take all the wiring plugs off the coil packs. Just push them, pull basically. Push the clip there and then pull it off. Okay, so you can't really get them wrong. Or if you can't do that, you get a little flat screwdriver in there like that. Okay, lift the clip up and then lift with the other hand, just pull the switch and then it should come off. Pull the plug, it should come off. I'll do that. We'll put the camera down, take them 3 off. I already took one off, and then we'll go from there. Okay, the coil packs are, well, they're not off, but the plugs are off. What we're going to do now is we're going to take all the wiring plugs off. Okay, move all the wiring plugs out of the way. That way the wiring loom will be out of the way, then we'll gain more access. So basically I'm going to run through it one time, then you guys can just figure it out yourself. Basically all the wires, when you take it off from the rocker cover, okay, so as you can see here, 10mm, 2 10mm here, all these injector, actually you don't need to take the injector plugs off, but if you want to, you can take them off. Injector plugs, take them off. We've got the, I think the solenoid here, the variable valve timing solenoid. We'll take that off. Another one here, take that off. The plug, basically push and pull, take that off. Same here as well. I'm going to get to that, take that one off as well. If you come around to this side, that's about it basically for the wiring plug. If you want to take that one off here, there's an water coolant temperature switch down there, which is fastened to the wiring loom. If you take that off, then you're not going to snap any wires, or you're not going to break anything. So run through it one more time. All the injector wires, these two here, the coil pack wires, the solenoid wires, the VVTI valve timing solenoid wires, take them off as well, and that's about it. These two here, if you want, you can take this bolt off there instead of taking the plug off, entirely up to you. Another one there, the cam sensor. Let's go. Right, so what we need to do is, there's a hidden clip here, okay, which I've just found out now. Okay, you dive in this way, right down to here, and as you can just make it out, it's just there. That's the thing that's holding it on. Everything else is off. That's the only thing that's holding it on. It's just there, right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to flick it with a little flat screwdriver like there. We'll get a longer flat screwdriver. Can you see that little clip there? We'll flick that clip there with the screwdriver and pull it with the other hand, and hopefully that should come off. Okay, this wiring loom is freestyling. What we're going to do now is just move that out of the way there. Okay, can you see this plug here, the one that goes onto the unit, on the Valvematic unit? To take that plug off, we press it here. Try to go in there so you can see it. We'll press it there, and with your other hand or with another screwdriver, just flick that little black clip over. So I'll try demonstrating. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to press that there and then flick it with the other hand over like that. Boom, there we go, that comes off. If you want me to demonstrate again, I'll demonstrate again. So we press that there. Don't go pulling it and things like that, you know, then you're going to end up breaking it. Press that there, flick it over like that, all the way over, and it just comes straight off. Okay guys, what it is, I know I did say we're not going to bother with the wiring loom down there, but we've got no choice. We have to take the wiring loom, the plugs off from down there. I mean, it's not the hardest job in the world. All you have to do is you have to send the car up on the ramp, or if you're doing it on the floor, axle stands, jack it up, make sure it's safe, because you don't want the car falling on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the car up on the ramp, and we're going to take the plugs off on this side. I'll show you guys anyway, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay guys, I've sent the car up on the ramp, took that big cover off, as you can see there. All right, the only thing holding it here is that there, as you can see I'm shining the light on it, and that plug there. As soon as we take them two off, right, the wiring loom should move out of the way, then we can take the rocker cover off, no problem whatsoever. And on this side, the O2 sensor wire, I don't think you can gain access to it from this way. I think from the top we'll gain access to it. We'll take that off. Happy days, let's go. Okay guys, I've took the wires off underneath like I mentioned, right? So what I'm going to do now, this wiring loom should move out of the way. There we go, that will do for us. I mean, if I get both hands onto it, I'll cable tie it to the side and everything. Just move it out of the way basically, and we're good to go. Okay guys, as you can see there, I've moved the wiring loom totally out of the way. It's all out of the way now. Happy days, look at that. Gain access to everything now. So what we're going to do now is these pipes here, I've already slackened it. We're going to take this 10mm bolt off. So basically the main objective is whatever's on the rocker cover, we need to move that out of the way. Okay, so as you can see there, I've moved that out of the way. Right, there's another bolt down there holding it on as well, there and there. Take them two off. As you can see, that's moved out of the way. Okay, enough space there. Okay, so what we'll do now is we're going to go ahead and take the coil packs off. This one, this one, this one, and this one. 10mm bolts. Take them 4 off. Move the coil packs out of the way, and hopefully then we can take the rocker cover off. Okay guys, what we're going to do now is we've come to the stage where we're going to take the rocker cover off totally. So basically, I mean, it's not rocket science, absolutely dead easy. We're going to take all these bolts off, all these 10mm bolts off. It goes all the way around the rocker cover. You'll see them in there, around the back. Take all the bolts off, and hopefully the rocker cover should come off. And then we'll take this bad boy off, the Valvematic unit. All it is stuck onto the rubber seal. Can you see there? So just pull the rubber seal off with the rocker cover, and you are good to go. Happy days. But I'm going to save you guys a lot of aggro and a lot of headache. Is you get a cloth or whatever you got and put it over at least this side, okay? Because the last thing you want is to drop something in there. I'll make your day big time, right? So yeah, make sure you put something over like that so you can't drop anything in there. Okay guys, we've come to this stage, and what we're going to do now is, I'll be straight up honest with you guys, alright? straight up honest with you, hand on heart, this is the first ever time I'm doing this job, okay? So if I've missed any of the steps, or if I've missed something out, I'm sorry, trying my best. Next thing what we're going to do is, we're going to go ahead and take that bolt off, 12mm bolt, that 12mm nut, take that off as well. Same on this side as well, this bolt here, 12mm bolt, 12mm nut, take them two off. Hopefully the unit should be moving about, and then we'll go from there. Okay, there they are, the nuts and bolts. The longer bolt goes on this side, you can't really get it wrong, okay, but the longer bolt goes on this side, shorter bolt goes on the other side, okay, and the nuts, you can't get the nuts wrong, so that little bracket, move that bracket out of the way. Okay guys, sit rep, what we have to do is, obviously we took them 4 bolts off, which we had to only take 3 off. I took 1 off by mistake, it don't matter, right? These studs here, okay, we have to take them off, 1 on this side, 1 on the other side. Make sure you take them off. So to take that off, you need an E7 Torx, one of them, E7. Get yourself an E7 Torx, you can take them studs out. Okay, now that is moving a little bit, okay, I can just about move it. We're gonna go around to this side, flick that little clip off, so I can do it while. There we go, we flick that little clip off, and we'll try to take that pin out. Basically get a magnet onto that pin, little round pin there, and hopefully take that out now. Okay guys, sit rep, magnet and everything, you can do it with a magnet, but the best way to do it is tilt it all the way, so you can basically see the pin there, and get a little Phillips screwdriver, just like that, in there. And you don't need to even tap it, basically, just a little force on that. Tap it with a hammer if you want to, but just a little bit of force on that and it goes through. Then what we do is we're going to tilt it back again. Happy days, we can gain access to that, we can grab that with the pliers, magnet, whatever you've got, take that off, and hopefully home stretch, well, half the way, we're halfway there. Let's go. Okay, moment of truth, that is off. As you can see, it's freestyling in there. So all we do now is pull it. Happy days. Let's go, guys. That's how we take it off. Right, time to have a cup of tea now, or a brew. Right, my man, the customer here, I'm not going to mention no names or anything, but he's going to make me a proper cup of coffee. Right, let's go. Okay guys, there we go. There's the old, new seal as well, rubber seal. Make sure you put a new one on. I mean, the old one was disintegrated, so forget that. New one here. Let's bang it on. Let's put it on, and yeah, obviously we have to take that off. This off here, exactly the same way we took it off on that one. We're going to take that little securing clip off and push that pin out, and hopefully take that off. Push the unit through there, and then put that back on again. Let's do it. Okay, so I've took that little clip off, just flick the clip off, and this little pin here, screwdriver, push it through, turn it around, or you don't have to even turn it around. There we go, that comes off. Let's get this on. Unit is back on there. I've got the clip, everything on. I mean, it's exactly the same way we take it off. We put it on again, exactly the same way, in reverse order. What I've done now is I've put the bolt on there. The ones round this side, they're on as well. I'm going to tighten up on them, and then yeah, well, let's tighten up on them, and then we'll go from there. Okay, this unit is totally on now. Okay, it's tightened up. I've tightened the bolts up. If you want the correct torque settings, I mean, there is no correct torque setting for this. Basically, just do it proper tight without snapping the bolt, because they weren't tight at all to take them off. I'll be honest with you, about 25 to maximum 30-40 Newton meters on them, right? So just bear that in mind. I just tighten it up. Just go with experience. What I'm going to do now is, before I do anything, and before we make a disaster by dropping something in the engine, I'm going to put the rocker cover on, and then we'll go put all the ancillaries on, all the piping, all the wires and everything. We'll put everything else back on, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully that's it, home stretch. So bear with me, let's get the rocker cover on, let's go. Okay guys, we're going to move that out of the way. I put a new seal on there. I mean, for the sake of 10-15 pounds, you might as well put a new seal on, because you're going to take it off. You're going to take the rocker cover off, so you might as well do that. I mean, for the love of God, do not put any sealant on it, okay? Either use the old seal, the rubber seal, or buy a new seal, okay? Don't put silicon sealant or that, whatever the, you know, the RVT, RTV, you know, sealant and things like that. It messes it up, right? It doesn't really seal it. Just buy a new seal, happy days, you're good to go. Right, so we'll move this out of the way, and let's get this rocker cover on. Okay, you might be thinking, how in the world did I get 3 hands in there? You know, I'm not an alien or something like that. I got my mate, all right, to just move that pipe out of the way, because it was in the way, and I haven't got 3 hands. I'm not a Terminator or anything, 3 hands kind of thing, you know, right? So yeah, just if you can get somebody else to give you a hand, move these pipes out of the way, it'll make your life a lot easier. If not, you just have to struggle a little bit. But anyway, let's get all these bolts on. Anyway, you know what to do. Get all these bolts on, tighten them up, and that way the rocker cover's done. Basically, most of the job is done. Let's do it. Let's go, guys. Well, that is it, guys. That's how we replace the Valvematic control unit on a Toyota Auris, whatever you want to call it. 2009, 10, 11 kind of thing, 1.6 petrol. That's how we replace it. Not the easiest job in the world, okay? But if everything comes off nice and easy, it's not that bad, okay? The only hardest bit is taking the rocker cover off and all the ancillaries, all the wiring off. The pump itself is not that hard to take off. Anyway, I hope this video helps you guys out. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button for me. Leave a comment in the comment section. Raoul TV, Team R for UL. If it didn't help you guys out, I'm sorry. Try my best. And I'll see you guys next time.